Thank you. First of all, I want to, Madam President, thank you very much for this short but very interesting visit. We had a possibility of talking quite a lot about the current situation in Europe. And we all know that you, Madam President, you have a key position to take us further to a future which we are now actually deciding. We have a lot of challenges, one of them being economic one, with inflation, with higher prices of energy, food, everything like that, which makes during the months to come, it will challenge also the capability of resilience of European people. And we need now strong leadership and very, very wise decisions how to tackle these, I would say, more household problems what people will face. In the same time, like we discussed, we have to have resilience also in supporting Ukraine in their fight for freedom and in their fight for our values. At the end, I guess we both agree that in spite of difficulties, in spite of challenges, we are sure that at the end the European tradition will win, and we will have a possibility of creating to our children a future what we have been able to have during our childhood. So thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning. It was indeed a very pleasure and an honor for me to be able to be welcomed by you in this beautiful place. Finland has a very special place in my heart, but also because Finland has shown us, and you, Mr. President, have shown us such leadership, especially over the last months in these trying times. It is true, Europe is facing a very difficult moment right now, but it is also the case where we see that unity is truly the key to us showing that strength and resilience when faced with an aggressor and with war on our continent. The next few days in the European Parliament, the European Council will be crucial. We will be deciding on the reference and the acceptance of Ukraine as a candidate country to the European Union. That is something that has been the position of the European Parliament, and it is something that we look forward to seeing from the European Council in the next few days. Issues, President, that you also mentioned, of course, the food and rising energy prices, inflation, are all challenges that are being put or are putting our countries, their leaders, but most importantly the citizens, to the test. And it is in these moments where the decisions that we take are the ones that will need to lead us over the next months and years in what promises to be, yes, challenging, but from there we need to emerge stronger with the resilience that we need. I think the COVID pandemic has also shown us that we can become stronger when we are united. This war has so far proven that too, but this is when we need to keep our strength and our unity together.
Yes.
Thank you. And now we go to questions. Jenina Rajajärvi, Turun Sanomat, please.
Thank you. Let's start with questions for the Madam President. First, is it possible for Ukraine to become the member of the European Union during the ongoing war? And how fast do you think it is realistic to think that Ukraine could join the Union?
Thank you for this. First of all, we are in a context, as you said, of a war, which means that we have a population that is fighting for our values, values that we share, values of democracy, territorial integrity, sovereignty, freedom and justice. if we keep those fundamental values with which countries like ours fought for also to join the European Union at the center of all our activity, then it would be, let's say, a miss for us to close our door to Ukraine, which is why the European Parliament and we have seen an emerging with caution I say this, but also optimistically I say it's consensus in the European Parliament and the European Council to declare Ukraine as a candidate country. Each country has its own path. Many different steps have to be taken, would have to be taken, but at the moment that symbol of hope to keep the spirit alive is what is needed right now.
Yeah, thank you. And how would Ukraine's joining process for European Union progress in practice?
Well, as we said, first the European Commission, after a request also from the European Parliament, initiated the process. The Ukrainians have responded to that process in lightning speed, and we are waiting to see and also go through with more detail the so-called avis, which is the opinion of the Commission, that will allow the leaders of the member states to go to the next step. In other words, to seriously discuss once you become candidate, the further integration of that country into different programs, different processes. Different paths, every country has its own, but this is the moment for us to open that door.
Yeah, thank you. And then some questions for the President of Sauli Niinistö. First of all, has there been any progress with Turkey regarding Finland's NATO membership? There was some negotiations yesterday with Sweden and Turkey.
Yes, actually that was a progress to have a possibility of meeting together. That took quite a lot of time, but nevertheless the negotiations are now open and they have also agreed that they will continue. And even though in substance itself there was not that much progress, but surely we have to be satisfied that the discussion is now open. And, well, everybody is looking now for Madrid and a timetable for Madrid. That might be quite difficult to get agreements by that. But nevertheless, my impression is that serious discussions are going on, and hopefully all of us are at the end heading to a positive result.
Thank you. And do you believe that Finland would become a member of NATO before September?
I wouldn't like to give any exact dates, but that is possible, although it's possible that we are not going to do that by September.
Yeah.
So it's open.
Okay, and what would you say that are the biggest factors slowing down the process at the moment?
Well, like we have all understood, it's the Turkish position, and the problem specifically with us is that all what Turkey has so far been saying and posed demands, actually we meet the average behavior and position of existing NATO countries already, as the question is with how to fight against Turkish terrorism. So we have certain difficulties to be better than average in NATO.
Yeah, thank you. That was all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any final statements, words, or shall we conclude?
Just to say thank you once again.
Yeah.
Looking forward to our ongoing conversations.
Me too, and I wish all the best to you in your very, very important and crucial work.
Thank you.
Like you described, next weekend is one of those days. All the best, madam.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.